Okay, content curation. So user-generated content was valuable. Previously, it still is valuable, but it's important the way you curate it. So both the old standard and new standard, you have some mechanism of generating content that creates all sorts of pages. It could be a form, just as an example. So Reddit. Reddit is, there's other ways too, but like let's say it's a form where you have a bunch of users that are creating topics and then commenting on those topics or whatever. That's a version of user-generated content. There's many other versions. But the difference here is that the old way of doing things, you would generate all this content and you just would publish it all. It doesn't matter what. Look, whatever the users create, you just let Google sort it out. And it would be fine because some of it was trash, some of it was just terrible, like nonsense, but some of it was good. And Google would pick the stuff that's good and they would rank that, and the stuff that was not good, it would just ignore. And that was fine. But now this hurts you because Google doesn't want to have your site just filled with like a bunch of trash. And that actually is, like a lot of spam websites will have that, like a lot of low quality content. And so really what they want you to do is to add some sort of filtering mechanism where you don't allow all of the user-generated content to be published, and you actually only allow the high-quality content, whatever your definition of that is, to be published that allows Google to index it and then search it. And because when then they see there is this continuous stream of new content where most of it is good, that is a positive signal. That's a good thing. And so there's many different ways to do this, depending on, sometimes you could leave it to your users with certain forms. One thing I'll throw out there is that with GetHuman, we use a lot of AI tools to help with this. So like we have different mechanisms of user-generated content, and then we have a whole ton of rules that we have generative AI look over what the users create and determine, is this good or not? And we have over time, we figured out different standards of like how you determine that, but we allow the generative AI call to make that determination, and it generally works pretty well. There's some manual mechanisms for fail-safes and whatever, but like that's usually like a pretty decent solution.